Happening right now, local leaders will talk about how the recently passed infrastructure bill will impact our area.
Fox 5's Jacqueline Sarkisian live in La Jolla, where that event is just getting started. Jacqueline, good morning.
Hi, good morning to both of you. Yes, local leaders with Sandag just got here not too long ago, and we've been told a lot of that money from the infrastructure bill that got passed last week could go towards San Diego, help a lot of the major projects here locally. I'm going to bring in Colleen Clemenson. She is the director of regional planning for Sandag. Thanks for joining us bright and early. Love that you guys are here so early helping us with the morning show to answer a lot of questions people may have. First and foremost, how much money could San Diego get from that $1.2 trillion bill?
We're really trying to figure out how much the San Diego region can get, but we're ready. We're ready. We've got projects that are ready to go to serve this region, and that's really exciting for San Diegans. We have a third border crossing that we're working on, fixing the rail lines up in the corridor. The Del Mar Bluffs are something that need to be fixed once and for all. We need to get those rail lines off that bluff, and those are big infrastructure projects that we stand ready to get a lot of money out of this big bill that the Congress passed.
Huge bill. What's the process like? What do you guys actually have to do to get some of that money?
Well, one of the things where we stand in a really good position is that we do raise local money here in the San Diego region. All of us pay a half-cent sales tax toward transportation. Since we have that, we're better off being able to match and tell the federal government, we've got this ready to go, this project. We have local funds that are available, and then we put that application together, and that's where we really work with them to bring the money to the San Diego region. Historically, in this region, we've matched about $2.50 to every dollar we've raised. So a good example of that is right here where we are, one of the areas where we see the new rail line going in, the trolley. This is something where we raised $1 billion in the San Diego region, matched that with over $1 billion grant from the federal government. So this is just one example of an infrastructure project that we could see, again, repeated throughout the region as a result of this new bill.
And so a lot of it will be going to, improving roads and bridges, all kinds of different modes of transportation.
All modes of transportation. One of the things that we're working on right now in this region is a big picture transportation vision that looks all the way out to the year 2050. So it's a whole system of projects. It's higher speed commuter rail, it's fixing our roadways, it's a whole connected system of what we call managed lanes. So what we have right now on Interstate 15, where people can pay to use the managed lanes, it's free for transit and carpoolers. We want to deploy that system throughout all of our freeways in the San Diego region. That would be another excellent investment.
And is it mostly just freeways or also streets as well?
So it's mainly big infrastructure projects. So we're talking about rail infrastructure, light rail, improving our roadways, improving our freeways. A third border crossing is a key opportunity that we have. That's huge for economic development in this region. That would be another investment area. Another thing we're also looking at is the infrastructure needed to charge electric vehicles. As we move more toward electric vehicles throughout the region, that's another piece.
And I got to ask you about that. With the possibility of San Diego getting so much money from this bill, is there the possibility of removing that tax per mile that a lot of people have an issue with?
So how we pay for infrastructure, how we pay for transportation, we have to figure out the best way that we can raise local money. One of the things we are talking about is a road usage fee. The thing that people have to understand about that right now, we're all paying a gas tax. The road usage fee is meant to replace the gas tax. That gas tax right now goes toward improving our local streets and roads. As we move toward electric vehicles, more efficient vehicles, the ability for the gas tax to pay for that really goes away.
Yeah, and we've heard some other local leaders, like the mayor of San Diego told us last week or a couple of weeks ago, really initiating this idea of taxing drivers per mile. It's because a lot of people have electric cars now and they're not paying, like you just said, the gas tax. So it's really trying to find a way for those people to pay their share.
Right, it's really replacing the gas tax. And this is really what's happening. It's not just in San Diego. This is being discussed at a state level and actually throughout the nation as a more sustainable, actually a more equitable way of paying for what we use.
So still a little too soon to know if that will be removed if we get more money.
Yes, really, the financing for the transportation system, we have to put together a financing strategy. That's probably one of the tools in the toolkit. something like that would not go in effect. The earliest would be by the year 2030. So we've got a lot of time to figure out if that's really what makes sense in the San Diego region. Most likely the state of California is going that direction, but we can help decide that in our own.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. And we know that Sandag will be discussing that tax per mile coming up in next month. I believe it was December 10th. All right, back to both of you in the studio.
All right, Jacqueline Sarkeesian, thank you.